We're talking with Dr. Jorn Dyerberg, and we're talking about the omega-3s. They've gotten so much publicity, and he's one of the pioneers in that research. A lot of Americans, though, are fat phobic. They don't want to take any kind of fish oil or anything that says fat because they're concerned about their weight. Could you address that, please?
Yes, of course, overweight is a major issue in the Western society, and we have to fight that the best we can. And when we're talking about omega-3s, they are fat, and fat is fattening. Of course, I'm a nutritionist, and I advise people to eat fatty fish. And if you eat fatty fish, you should eat that instead of another fat. So you should not increase your fat consumption. I mean, you shouldn't just put fatty fish on top of your diet. You should eat that instead of fatty pork or spreads or whatever. So keep your calories low and eat the fatty fish instead of another fat product. But if you come to supplementation, because I realize as a nutritionist that you can preach the much as you like, but there are some that do not, and there are many that do not like fish, for example. And in the midst of America, it can be difficult to have fatty fish for eating. And then you say, I better take supplements. And supplements are okay, but of course, they are fats on top of your diet. So you have to cut down on another fat to keep an equilibrium. And then again, you have to think. I mean, if you're going for supplementation, you're talking about 1 or 2 grams of fat a day. That's less than, that's half a teaspoon of fat. And if you take 2 less cookies, you will compensate for that in excess. And you could maybe take 4 less cookies, and then you'll slim a bit. So I don't think that the issue, if you want to supplement, it's doable, because you can just cut down on superfluous extra goodies. Skip that do not, and you can take a lot of supplements, I can tell you.
And that'll make the body work better, won't it?
Sure.
And you can lose weight that way,
That's what
right?
you need. You need some extra omega-3s, in America at least. The average consumption, I do not know, of long-chain omega-3s in the US, but I would guess it's in the average of 100 milligrams or something. And to reach what we think is a reasonable protective level, you should up at 500-600 milligrams a day. That does not mean 500 to 600 milligrams of oil if you're supplementing, because the oil will contain, I do not know, depending on the brand, but say 50-60%. So that'll be 1 gram or a bit more of a supplement. But then again, concerning weight, 1 gram of fat, of course it's 1 gram of fat, but it's rather easy to cut another couple of grams on the other side of the balance.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Dyerberg.
Thank you.